All right, this is going to be a very short little video. I had a student come in last night and they were working in Adobe Photoshop and they wanted to know about producing type on a path using Adobe Photoshop. So I thought basically I would put together a quick video showing how to do it so that you all have a sense of how this is done and how easy it is. So I've got a document open in Photoshop, and I'm going to use a couple of tools over here. First of all, I have my layers panel over here. There's my layers panel. And the other thing that I'm going to probably want to do with this is, let me make this a little bit smaller. I didn't want it to pop out like it did. I'm also going to go to the, I'm going to get my type panels out. So let me go to my type. Here are my type panels. So I want to bring them out as well. This way I've got my character and my paragraph. Now, before I even begin, let me just point out a couple of things about type. I have decided that the size I'm going to go with for my demonstration, I'm going to go with 36. It's actually a little smaller. I'm going to just go with the Franklin Gothic Demi regular. Obviously, you can use any font that you want here. You can go with regular, italic, bold, whatever you want. You can go with whatever color you want as far as formatting is concerned. Paragraphs, I tend to like to work with type on a path center aligned, but that isn't always the case. It all kinds of depends on what you're going to do. All right? So there's my character panel and my paragraph panel and my layers panel, so you can see what's happening as we go along. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag out a couple of guides. This is an 11-inch document, so I'm going to go 5.5, which is half of the document, and it's an 8.5-inch document, so I'm going to go 4.25, which would be roughly there. So now I'm roughly in the center of this document. There's two ways that I can apply text on a path in here. One of them is by using any one of the basic shape tools. They've got the rectangular tool, the rounded rectangle tool, the ellipse tool, the polygon tool. I can use a line tool and apply it with a line tool, and then I can even apply it to a custom shape, okay? Provided the setting that you have chosen for your path is the path. There are 3 different settings. There's a shape setting, a path setting, and a pixel setting. If you want to put type on a path, make sure that whatever object you've got selected, in this case, I'm just going to make this simple and use the ellipse tool. I'm going to use the ellipse tool. It is going to be a path. I'm going to come out to the center of the stage. I'm going to click, and I'm going to hold the Shift key down and the Alt key, which will then draw that circle out from the center of my intersection where I placed my cursor. Now that's Shift and Alt or Option, depending upon whether you're on a Mac or PC. Just that simple. Now I have a circular path drawn. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my type tool. There's only 4 type tools: the horizontal, the vertical type mask tool, and the horizontal type mask tool. I'm going to use the horizontal type tool, and I'm going to come out and notice there's the tool. It just looks like the regular old I-beam, but when you place it over top of your object, your path, can you see that it changes? And you get that little indicator showing you that now this thing's going to be a type and a path. So I'll click here to set my cursor on that path, and I'm just going to type. Type on a path. There it is. Now I can select this type by just dragging it like I do in any other application. I can come in and I can change its color. Let's make it red just for the heck of it. And I'm going to change the size of it. Let's go and change the size to 48. There it is, a little bit bigger. For some reason it went to Bell MT. I have no idea why, but I don't want that font, so I'm going to come in and find something a little different. Let's go with that. That's a nice different font. I just want it to be different so you could see it. And then the size is fine. All right, so now what I can do with this is I can come in here with this text object, and I can get my direct selection tool, and I can move this text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to drag it. See that little line that's right there by the end? That little line enables me to direct the positioning of my text on that path. Okay, so I'm going to move it until it reaches sort of like that. I think that kind of looks pretty good, and it's enough to give you the idea. So there it is. That's how you work with type on a path. It's extremely simple. You can do it with any of the objects. I'm going to hide this layer, and I'm going to show you the other way, which is by using the pen tool. And my layer isn't really hiding here, so let's see. There we go. Now it's hidden. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, and I'll create a new layer. All right, and I'm going to get my pen tool, and I'm going to come over to right about here, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to place a point. All right, now I'm going to drag that point ever so slightly, so I'm going to create a curved point. Now I'm going to stop right here for a second, and I'm just going to jump up here, and I'm going to remind you that this is type on a path, so we need it to be set as a path. Just like with the other, if you click on this, it can be a shape, a path, or pixels. You want it to be a path. Then I'm just going to come over here, and I'm going to find a spot, roughly about there, click, and I'm going to drag, and I'm going to create a curved line segment just like that, which I think does what I want it to do, just give you a nice little path to work with. There it is. It's all there is to creating a path. You can do this. You can change these angles all you want, but I'm just doing this very simply. All right, so just so that you could see what I'm talking about here, you know, I can come in here and I can tweak these things. I can pull this thing. I can do whatever I want. But I think something like that is probably pretty good for what I want to do. Again, come over and get your type tool. Since it's a path, when you bring your tool out, you'll see as it comes over top of this, it's going to want to turn into type on a path tool automatically. It's different than Illustrator. So I click here. Let's click in the middle again because I have it center aligned, right there. See it? Click here and type on a path. And once again, you know, I can select this using my type tool. I can come in and I can change the color of it. And I can also come in here and I can change the font if I want. Let's pick another font. I don't know, something different. Let's go with Bauhaus. There we go. That's a nice one. Just so that you can see the difference. And then when I deselect it, there's my type on a path. Couldn't be easier. Try it for yourself and you'll see it will not be a problem. Thank you for watching.